Hi everybody, so I'm going to see how this works. I'm using my iPhone and YouTube Capture to film this. I have um, my camera on my computer taping, and I have a PowerPoint that I made. So, and I'm also sick from students. It's the best part of working at a school is when one germ goes around, everybody gets it. So, how do we assess a student during lab? Well, one of the best inquiry labs I do is the students have to separate a mixture. So I put sand, I put um, salt, I put iron filings, and I put wood chips in water, and I stir it all together. And then they have to separate it into three different. They have to separate them into their different components. So we call this check for understanding at my school, and how to assess a student during lab. So sorry for the pauses too as I get to the next screen. One of the things that I will do is I'll walk around with a clipboard and I'll ask the students, can you correlate what we're doing yet to the teaching point? We call it the teaching point at my school. Some schools might call it an objective. And I'll assign them a grade 1 through 5. 5 meaning that they understand the objective. This is usually as a formative assessment. Okay, another tool that I have is when they're done with the lab, or really at any point, the students, I have them do peer evaluations. This also goes along with Common Core standards. Students would ask each other questions and give their counterparts a score. I could use this as either formative or summative. So tying it back in the lab, I was talking about something they could talk about is what was the process you used to separate the three things out of the mixture. Okay, and for my summative assessment at the end of all this, students are given a ticket out the door. It's a small piece of paper that says, I understand this from today, but I'm struggling with this, and I award myself this many points. This gives me a clear picture of who gets it and who doesn't. I'm also taking care of one of my rubric scores on my APPR by having them compare the scores they awarded themselves versus my score I gave them earlier with the clipboard. So if they give themselves a 1 and they answer the question fine for me, I give them a 4, well, we're way off, so I'll get with that student later and say, why did you think you only got a 1? What are you struggling with? And I'll use that ticket out the door here, like my pointer, by the way. Take it out the door here as a reference for us to get together and talk about it. So, in recap, use a clipboard. I assign them a grade. They assign themselves a grade. They do peer evaluations where they're also given another grade. Take it out the door as a summative assessment. In my favorite lab that we do in 7th grade science is the mixture lab where I pour salt, sand, iron filings, and wood chips into water, stir it all together, and they have to separate them, the mixture out into their separate components. And that's inquiry lab. Thanks. Bye.